It was about a year ago, we had asked you about Michael Bloomberg, and you had said that if he ever entered the race, he was somebody you would support. Would you support him? Is he your candidate?
Well, I would certainly vote for him. I don't think another billionaire supporting him would be the best thing to announce. But sure, I would have no trouble voting for Mike Bloomberg.
And what do you think his chances are?
Incidentally, well, I don't think I want to get into handicapping the race, but I would say this in terms of Sanders. I actually agree with him in terms of certain things he would like to accomplish. I don't agree with him in many ways, but in terms of the fact that we ought to do better by the people that get left behind by our capitalist system. I don't think we should kill the capitalist system in the process. I think we should make sure that the golden goose keeps laying more eggs, and it's worked wonderfully since 1776. But it doesn't work as well for people whose talents aren't really geared to a market economy. And I don't think anybody should be left behind by an economy that has over $60,000 of GDP per capita. And so I'm a big fan of increasing the earned income tax credit. And I think there should be some changes made, but if given a choice, I would certainly vote for Mike Bloomberg as opposed to Sanders.
There is a plan. Let's talk about some of Sanders' plans. You said you agree with some of what his intentions are, but let's talk about some of those actual plans. One of those plans would be to give 20% of companies stock to employees and put workers on the board. What do you think about that? That would be for any company, public company, that has more than $100 million in annual revenue or a $100 million balance sheet.
Well, I don't want to get involved in evaluating his whole plan, but I think that would be a particularly bad idea.
Because?
Well, I don't think that. I don't think putting 20% of the capitalists on a labor union is a good idea either. And I think the market system works very, very well in terms of developing more goods and services. I mean, when you flew out here to Omaha, if you'd flown out here and you wouldn't have been able to fly in 1776, you wouldn't have seen anything. Everything you see is the product of a system that's worked like nothing's ever worked in the history of the world. So I do not believe in messing up our system of developing output. I do believe that anybody who's willing to work 40 hours a week and has a couple kids should not have to have a second job. And I believe in having a higher income per people, not necessarily a higher minimum wage, but I do not think it's at all unreasonable that the income tax credit produces at least $15 an hour, maybe higher in certain areas. So I'm very much in sympathy with the fact that Senator Sanders believes that a lot of people are getting left behind and through no fault of their own. And there's all kinds of aspects of capitalism that can need, in some ways, to be regulated. But I don't believe in giving up the capitalistic system.